Good evening, folks, and welcome back to...
Hurry up, I'm hungry.
Yes, okay, so what are we doing tonight? Well, tonight we're going to do fish, shallow fried fish. We have a nice bit of gummy here, gummy shark, and we're going to do some broccolini. So first things first, we'll put some water on the boil. So again, we'll put the lid on the top because the water will boil a bit quicker. Prepping our broccolini, now this is going to be really easy. No big mucking around here. Give that a bit of a... All I do is I just chop the ends off there that can go to the wormies from the worm farm. Down the bottom of the steamer, and we put the fronds up the top. That's enough for two. Plenty for two. So it's just one. Yeah, that goes for two. All right. So now we'll deal with our fish. Fish doesn't take very long to do. Anyway, I got this piece of gummy from the fishmonger. I'm actually going to just chop it in half. It's a big bit of fish, isn't it? I'll just put it back in there for a second. Now, what I do is I've done a couple of videos on how I prep things to be ready to cook meals pretty quickly. I'll do one in the future, I suppose, showing how I make this, but I've got one of these chocolate shakers, I think, or salt shakers. They're mainly used for chocolate when you're doing cappuccinos and things. But I mix up a flour mix to use with my fish. You can I also use it with other things, prawns. And it's tapioca flour. I put pepper in it. I sometimes put a bit of Moroccan seasoning. I've got homemade dried garlic powder and homemade chili. And put in that. Now you can add different things if you want, but basically it's just to give the flour a bit of a different taste. Now, one other thing I add, to go find some in the cupboard. Here we go. Sesame seeds. So the first thing I'll do is I'll just take the bag that it comes in from the fishmonger, throw a handful of sesame seeds in there. Put those around a bit. Now, it's the way to do this and be quite clean at the same time. So I put flour in there. Should be enough. Might need a little bit more. Just close the bag up. And it's a bit like your shaker fries or whatever at some of the fast food restaurants, and you can see the red there of the chili that I put in there going around. So make sure that your fish in the bag gets plenty of flour to it so that it sort of goes a bit dry, or the surface of it goes dry and it's not wet. So you can see we've got just enough in there. Right, so the fish is covered in plenty of flour, and it's not has no sort of wet spots. Anyway, we'll leave that in the bag right here. And the beauty behind that, of course, or the beauty with that, of course, is that very little mess. Right, you have to wipe down the benches with the excess flour, but basically you're containing all your preparation to the bag that it came in. And I presume you have a clean fishmonger. Okay, so how are we doing with that boiling water? Water's boiling, look at that, beautiful. Okay, it's pretty quick. I'm going to start my stopwatch as usual, just so I have an idea how we're doing. Well, there we go. Nice and hot. So, once again, we need cook with olive oil. May seem like a lot of olive oil there. A little bit of our homemade chili sauce, chili oil, sorry. Chili sauce. What a goose. Okay, so we do that. You're gonna need, I've got a chan here. Flip it when I need it, and I'm gonna let this oil get really hot. Now, if you don't want to get oily food, the best way to do that, of course, is to make sure that the oil is just about at the point where it's starting to smoke. Or you can test it by flicking a bit of water into it. It should basically pop. That way you know the oil's hot enough. And if you put things into the oil at around about that stage, it will cook it fairly quick. That works for thin things. If you've got to cook things that are thicker, of course you don't want the oil that hot, because you want to give it time to penetrate whatever you're cooking without burning the outside. So basically we'll come back in just a second. Okay, so a minute or so has passed. We'll test that oil. There we go, definitely ready. Alright, so now I'm going to turn the oil temperature down a little bit. Just lift it off the heat for a second, because we really don't want it too hot in this particular case. And you can see, I think there's a bit of smoke coming up. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my fish, which has been sitting in this for a few minutes. From you. And in the interest of a quick cleanup, I'll just put that bag straight into the bin, and we will make sure that piece of fish goes down into the oil there. Okay, and we're at the 4-minute mark. I hope I'm not getting this range hood in your view again. Let's get our plates ready for dinner. Very little prep. I'll put some Glad wrap over that later and pop it back into the pantry. Now, with fish as usual, should have some lemon juice. I'm going to have to go out to the tree and get some lemons. We're a bit short on lemons, but there's plenty of limes. The limes are quite nice already. So how are we doing over here? We're 7 minutes in, so we're good. Now I'm going to lovely limes. I'm just going to do some on the top part there that's freshly cooked and get out before it gets upset. plate. And there's lime there to put on the top. Another lime. What's in that salad is malt vinegar and chopped tomato. Okay, a great additive for a curry. So we had Leah cooked a nice curry yesterday. So again, that's oyster sauce and a bit of lemon juice on that, and a bit of this tomato that's been soaking in malt vinegar. Optional. Okay, well that's it, folks. That's my shallow fried gummy shark with broccolini oyster sauce, just some tomato in malt vinegar and fresh lime juice. Hope you enjoy. If you decide to make it, please comment below, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you want to for future videos, click the bell as they say. If there's something you don't like, please leave a comment and let me know so I can work to improve that. Well, I'm going to go eat. If I can do this, anybody should be able to, so good luck.